Hello students, so I'm back with another video. This is fourth video, a roadside stand, and now we are starting with our second last paragraph. And in the first paragraph, in the previous video, we have already read that these poor people, they are brought to cities and promises, tall promises are made to them, and this way rich people before poor people, okay, and even sue them out their wits. Means these poor people, they are unable to reason that why we are brought or why these benefits are given to us, and these are actually not given, these are enforced, but these poor people, they are unable to see all these things. Now we start with next paragraph. Sometimes I feel myself I can hardly bear the thought of so much childish longing in vain. So that was another thing, that sometimes these people are given jobs in malls, etc. But then again he comes to these poor people who have opened their small shops, small sheds, small stands, okay, on the roadside, and they keep waiting for some customer to come. So that's why he says, sometimes I feel I can hardly bear the thought of so much childish longing in vain. Now, childish longing in vain means actually he feels that all these poor people, villagers, okay, countryside people, they are deprived of many benefits which are given to city people. So that's why he says actually sometimes he feels that all these poor people, they are always longing, they're always wishing, they're always wanting that they get some good customers, so that they can also earn some money. And poet feels, I really feel very, very bad. It is really sometimes very difficult for me to bear this situation, bear this sight where I see these farmers who are having certain things to sell, and when I see them that they are desperately waiting for customers and no customer comes. And he says that sad expression on the faces of these people, when I see, he says, this is difficult for me to bear that sight, to bear that situation. So I can hardly bear the thought of so much childish longing. And then he says, I always feel that this is sometimes, it seems this is childish longing only, means like small children, they keep on waiting for some customer to come. Means elderly people or maybe who are mature, they understand that maybe nobody is going to come to us. But these poor people, they are so innocent that they don't understand these things, and every morning with fresh energy they start their shops and keep hoping that maybe somebody will stop, some car will stop over there and they will purchase things from me. And that's why he says childish longing in vain. This, you may get this question, expression, explain the expression. Childish longing means like small children, they keep wishing, okay, they keep waiting for some customer to come, then in vain, but it is useless because no customer comes. So that's why this is childish longing in vain, means like small children, they keep wishing for the customer to come, but it never materializes, means it never happens. And he says, when I see this thing, that no customer is coming and still they are waiting and desperately they look at the cars, okay, who are coming towards them, and then this car doesn't stop in front of their stand, and then they again become very hopeless. He says these expressions on their faces, when I see, I feel very, very bad. The sadness that lurks near the open window there. And he says when the car doesn't stop and the car just pass by, then he says the face is having so much sadness, okay, at that time. And he says that sadness that lurks, means that surround that area, because it's not that a person only becomes sad. No, you can see the sadness in the atmosphere over there, because mainly when he said, he's not talking to his maybe family members, and family members also understand this thing, and they are also very quiet. So the whole atmosphere is having sadness, and that's why he says that lurks, that roam about, okay, here and there, that sadness near the open window. So here open window means those stalls or those stands which he has opened. So this sadness lurks around that open window, that stands, that waits all day in almost open prayer. And he says sometimes even you can see that they are praying to God. Sometimes even you can see them with folded hand and looking at the sky and maybe praying to God that please, at least one car, at least one customer today we should get. Okay, this way he says when they wait or when they pray to God, and then even then when they don't get any customer, they become very sad. And poet says, this sadness sometimes it is difficult for me to bear this sadness that waits all day in almost open prayer for the squeal of brakes. And sometimes they pray for what? They pray for one car to stop over there. And one car stop over there means the car suddenly comes and, oh, this is the stop. Yes, we were waiting for, water, and we wanted water. And now they see, okay, some shop is there. Okay, let's purchase some water or something like this. And then they suddenly stop the car in front of the stand. And maybe this sound these poor peasants would love to hear, and they wait for this sound. Why? Because they wait that some cars should stop over there, and they would love this sound. Okay, for the squeal of brakes, that suddenly the brakes are applied because suddenly the driver has seen this shop and he stops the car in front of the shop. So this way he said that these people, they wait, they pray for these kind of sounds to come, the sound of a stopping car. So applying the brake means that car should stop to purchase something from them. Of all the thousand selfish cars that pass. And then he says, yes, they wait or they want or they pray that at least out of 1,000 cars, one or two cars should stop in front of their stall and they should purchase something from them. And for this only they keep praying all the day. And he says, of all the 1,000 selfish cars, again you may get this question, what means, explain the expression selfish cars. So here selfish car, he means to say that those people who are driving these cars, he says actually they are selfish. Poet feels that these city people, they are very selfish people because they don't purchase anything from these poor people, from country people, and they don't allow the money flow from city towards villages. And this money actually, the flow remains in city only from one person to another person, but that remains in city only. Naturally, we city people, we love to purchase things from big malls. So city money remains in city only. So this is what he says, that these people are actually selfish people, that they do not want these poor people to come up to their standard or to raise their standards. And this is why he says that these are selfish cars, because this expression you may get. So here you have to remember, cars are not selfish. He means to say that those who are driving the cars, okay, those who are owners of these cars, they are selfish people because they don't stop their cars and they don't purchase anything from them. Just want to inquire. And then he says sometimes this happens that because the whole day they are praying their car should stop, and sometimes cars do stop. Okay, but what way? Just want to inquire what a farmer's prices are. Sometimes a car would stop just in front of their stand, that shop, and they are very happy that at least one car is stopped. And then they maybe roll down the window also, and then glass window, and then they will ask what? Prices only, means they would just ask for the prices of certain things and then they won't purchase. So just want to inquire what the farmers prices are. Meaning sometimes some people, they want to purchase organic things from villages, so that's why they just ask for the prices of certain things which they are growing in their fields, but they don't purchase anything from their stand. Then, and one did stop, but only to plow up grass. And sometimes some would stop, but they will just plow up the grass, means some grass is stuck in the wheel and they have to just do this work only because they were feeling that car is not smooth, and that's why they stop the car and just to check that wheel. And this is what happens, and they don't purchase anything. And on the other hand, when this car stops, these people, they start expecting these rich people to come to them and purchase something, but they don't come to them. In using the yard to back and turn around, sometimes some people, they just stop the car or they slow down the car because they want to maybe take U-turn or take a turn from this side, because this is open area and this is maybe easy for them to take a turn. So that's why they just stop the car or slow down the car. But on the other hand, the expectations are very much high of these poor people, because they start thinking that maybe these people are going to purchase something from them. But this never happens. And another, to ask the way to where it was bound. And sometimes some people just stop the car, roll down the glass of the window, and then they ask the route only, okay, from these poor farmers, but they don't purchase anything from them. And another, to ask, could they sell it a gallon of gas? That could, this crossly they had none, didn't they see? And sometimes they just stop their car and just to ask that if they have some means petrol, okay, in small bottle, in small gallon, means they need some petrol and that's why they stop the car. Okay, they couldn't. This crossly. Now, poet says, crossly means here again with irritation. Poet is irritated. He says this is really something very irritated thing that these city people who are so much educated, don't they know that these small shops cannot have petrol to sell, because maybe petrol can be only at petrol pump, but still they stop their car. And he says this way actually they raise the hopes of these people that they would purchase something, but they never purchase, and they ask if they are selling petrol which is actually not available, and it would not be available. Actually, this way maybe poet is trying to hint at this thing also, that maybe this is sense of alienation, that these rich people, they do not understand the needs of poor people, means they are not worried about the needs of poor people, and that's why they do not know what these things they would be selling. Okay, so this is what maybe he's trying to show, that didn't it see, means can't they see that these these poor people or these stands cannot sell the petrol, but still they want to ask for it, means the thing which they are selling they don't want to purchase, and which thing they cannot even sell, okay, they ask for this. So that's why this poet shows his own irritation, and he says, I feel pathetic, and I feel that I cannot bear the sadness on their faces when they see that these cars do stop sometime, okay, but still they can't, or still they don't purchase anything from them. I think we should stop here. Next paragraph, last paragraph, I will do in the last video along with certain important questions and poetic devices. But here I would say please subscribe this channel and press the bell icon also, because when you press the bell icon, then only you get my videos on a routine basis. And I think these videos would certainly help you. Okay, the only thing is that you should be serious while watching this video so that you can understand. Thank you.